Super Mario 3D World. Is it the best of the 3D Mario games? No, definitely not. Is it the worst? It comes close. So what are some things I would add to Mario 3D World to make it a better game? In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 things in particular I would add to Super Mario 3D World that could potentially make it a better game. So let's get right on to it. This isn't really one that I have a huge issue with. The multiplayer in this game is alright, but it could be better. Now, what do I mean? Exactly, I guess. Sometimes the multiplayer can be a bit wonky. Sometimes the camera pans out too much, or you pick up another player and throw them by accident. You all share the same amount of lives, so if one of you is really bad at the game, you're all screwed. It's just a bit unfun at times, but for the most part it works pretty well. This is just one that I think could make the game just a little bit better. Not a big deal, just again, a little bit better. Super Mario 3D World obviously doesn't have the longest levels. When compared to 64 Sunshine and Galaxies, 3D World's levels are just very short and don't have a lot of depth to them. 64 Sunshine and Galaxies levels are usually a bit longer because they're more open and sometimes require you to solve a puzzle or perform a certain task, such as talking to NPCs, something like that. Whereas 3D World's just point A to point B, there's never really a puzzle in any of the levels, and for the most part, there's just not a lot of depth to the levels. So, something that could fix that is having longer levels or more in-depth levels with maybe a puzzle, NPCs, something like that. Something that can make the game a bit longer, because you could probably beat 3D World in one day if you really wanted to. And that's not good, so just something to give the game more depth, something that makes it less linear would probably be good. Kind of a similar point to the last one, maybe making a 3D World level that's more open, like sort of similar to a Mario 64 Sunshine or Galaxy level. Maybe not entirely the same, maybe it doesn't have to be classified as open world. I mean, those games aren't even really classified as open world either, they still have a lot of linear aspects. But maybe a level in 3D World that has a bit more of an open feel to it, and isn't just going from one spot to the next to finish the level. Something like that could be nice. Like, for example, look at Sprawling Savannah. It's got a sort of open section, and it looks pretty nice. And proven by Bowser's Fury, an open world level in 3D World could be cool. It doesn't have to be open world, again, it can still be linear, but maybe just more open sections that have you explore a bit more. Again, maybe talking to NPCs or something like that, or a puzzle. I don't know, just something would be nice. This is kind of a similar point to the last two. Not really. I don't know, doesn't matter. More challenging levels would be good in 3D World. Aside from maybe the last 5, all of the levels are really easy. If you really wanted to, you could probably play through all of 3D World without dying once. It's probably been done before. Actually, you know what? It has been done before. I mean, I've never seen it happen, but I mean, I don't really need to. I mean, it's a very easy game, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone had. Sure, Champions Road, very difficult level, arguably the most difficult in all Mario history. Well, I mean, I personally found the perfect run to be worse, but that's just me. Champions Road is still very difficult, in spite of that, but basically the point is, aside from maybe Champions Road and a few of the levels in World Star, Mushroom, and Flower, the game is not that difficult. Even the last, or the final boss, Meowser, isn't difficult. So just more challenge to the game would be really nice. This is one some of you may disagree with, sort of. There, in my opinion, are hardly any bosses in 3D World. Now you might be thinking, well, there's a lot of them, one at the end of each world. One at the end of each world. Yes, you're right. but half of them are Boom Boom and Pom Pom. So technically, there's maybe, what, 7 boss fights in 3D World? And a lot of those are just variations of Boom Boom and Pom Pom. We got Meowser, obviously, a very good boss fight. Arguably the best in Mario history, not my favorite personally, but still really good. Top 5 probably. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. You got that one bully guy, what was it? Prince Bully. You got him. You got Histocrat, a good boss fight. Obviously Boom Boom and Pom Pom, I've already mentioned them. And that one clown guy, you got him. But that's it. I pretty much just named every boss fight in this whole game. Now, some of you might go, it's a good number, they're good boss fights. Doesn't matter. But I think that that's a very poor number of boss fights, considering this game has about 8 worlds, not counting Star, Mushroom, and Flower. Considering a lot of them are just variations of Boom Boom and Pom Pom, and boss fights like Prince Bully, even. Just, like, Prince Bully is a very easy boss fight. It's not really even a boss fight. You just fight him, and that's it. You just fight him, he's done. It's very easy. Pretty creative and fun, mind you, just not very good. And Boom Boom and Pom Pom, again, very basic. I keep coming back to them. I'm sorry. But, I mean, you do have Histocrat, that one clown guy, Bowser, Meowser, all of them. They're good boss fights, but that's it. There's not really a lot of good boss fights in this game, and that's definitely my #1 issue with this game. I feel like when it comes to boss fights, I'm just doing the same thing over and over. And a lot of the boss fights in this game are just refights. Like, you fight Bowser twice, you fight Boom Boom and Pom Pom, like, at least twice. You fight that Prince Bully guy, I think, twice. You fight all the boss fights twice. And it's very lazy, and I don't even think that's counting boss splits. So, yeah, it's just not good. It could be improved on. That's my biggest note for this game. Although, in-depth levels is also one that I would improve. Those are the 2 main things. So, those are 5 things I would add to Mario 3D World. I hope you enjoyed. 3D World, it's okay. It's not the best for Mario standards, but it's still okay. I definitely think that these 5 things are stuff that's very, very important to add to 3D World. Anyways, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.